Okay, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Daisy and I am your yoga instructor for today's practice. Now today's practice is going to be a nice slow and stretchy yoga flow. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more slower. We're going to be focusing on opening up through the body, and we're going to theme today's practice around surrendering, okay, which I will go into a little bit more detail about. As always, please grab yourself blocks, bolsters, straps, whatever you may think you will need for the practice, and please stick in within your own ability, okay? So any movement which doesn't feel right, feels a little bit icky, please don't do, and just go into position that you know does feel good for you. Lovely. So today we are actually going to be starting by lying down on our backs, okay? So coming to a nice lying down position. Now you may wish to place a bolster underneath the legs here, or a cushion just for a little bit of extra support and comfort. Okay, you're going to really focus on grounding the body into the earth. The palms face up to the sun as the eyes close off. And we gently bring the awareness to the breath here. The inhale through the nose, feel the chest rise and lift. And exhale through the nose, really allow the body to sink and surrender into the earth here. Breathing in, let the breath enter. Exhale, feel it travel around the body. And as I just said, today's practice is themed around surrendering. So really becoming mindful with our practice here. Connecting each movement. Connecting each movement, really feel into the beginning, the end, and everything in between. Allowing your body to find acceptance with where it is right now. Finding patience as we maybe hold positions a little longer than we maybe normally would. Now gently we're going to come and find bridge. If you're using a block or bolster, option of lifting those hips up, place a block or bolster underneath to just find a gentle opening up through the front body. Option, if you wish for a more active variation, push up through the heels. So the heels are underneath the knees as you push up. Place the arms underneath the shoulders. Bring the hands together as you push away. Find this beautiful opening. Opening up through the heart, through the hips. If you're in our more active variation, using the glutes and the hamstrings here. Gently releasing the hands if they're up, removing the block or bolster as you place the hips down into the earth. And place the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So right ankle on top of left thigh. Now option of holding it here, this may be enough for you right now. Or option of using your core, take a bend through the left knee. Sit up, reach the hands around the back of the left leg as you draw the right leg towards you, opening up through the right glute. The piriformis muscle, if we're going to be exact here. Maybe you wish to use the right elbow to gently push open the knee as you open up through the hip a little bit deeper. Each breath, allowing yourself to really connect. See if you can increase the stretch a little bit more. Now, keeping the legs where they are. If your hands are behind the left thigh, releasing the hands, bring the arms out to shoulder height. Use the core as you drop your knees over to the left and the head turns over to the right. So knees to the left, head to the right. You may wish to place a block or bolster underneath any areas which are not touching the earth here, as we gently find ourselves in the spinal twist. Opening up through the spine and through the IT band. Now engaging through the core as you bring both knees into the chest. Place the hands on top of the knees now as you draw the legs around in a circle. So just going in opposite directions to each other, opening up the hips. And repeating this in the other direction as well. Amazing, bring both knees into the chest, squeeze in and releasing the hands, drop the feet down. Placing the left ankle on top of the right thigh now. Now again, option of holding it here or option of lifting up the right leg. The hands wrap around the back of the right hamstring as you drop the head down. Flexing through the left foot and maybe using your left elbow to push open the hip here. And breathe. Maybe see if you can pull the knees even deeper. Feeling the connection with the breath, the mind, the body. Now keeping the legs where they are, releasing the hands if they're together. Extending the arms out to shoulder height. Drop the knees over to the right as the head turns over to the left. And again, maybe you wish to place a block or bolster underneath any shoulders, any legs which don't touch the earth here. Take a moment, notice if there's any differences between the two sides. Noticing any differences, anything which feels the same. And just knowing that our bodies are not equal. Now engaging through the core, bring the knees into the chest, unravel the legs here. Again, bring both hands onto the knees and just come back to find those beautiful circles. Opposite direction as you pull the knees apart and bring them back together. Release the hands, place both feet on the earth. Extending the legs out in front of you as you reach the arms up and over. Bring the fingertips together. Flip the hands over as you push away, pointing through the feet. Opening up, nice big stretch. And exhale, release, knees come back. And just start to gently rock yourself forwards and back, okay? So we're really starting to use the core here as well. Now, on your next rock forwards, as you rock forwards, extending the legs and reach the arms forwards. We're going to do that twice more. Really embody this beautiful childlike movement as we're rolling forwards and back. So knees come into the chest, roll back, roll forwards, extend and reach. Good, last one. Knees to chest, rolling back, rolling forward, extend and reach. We're going to be holding it here for quite a few breaths, okay? So if you want to move the legs a little bit wider, please do so. You need to make sure that the feet are staying nice and flexed here, okay? So you're not collapsing in the legs, they're staying nice and flexed. And you may wish to place some bolsters or cushions in front of you for some support. Inhale, lift and lengthen here. Exhale, walking the hands away as the head drops down and close the eyes off. Coming back to the breath here. That connection you feel with the breath as you sink and surrender. As you surrender though, knowing that you want to stay strong through the legs. Connecting with the movement, the beginning, the end, and all the spaces in between. Brilliant. Now gently walking the hands back, opening up the eyes. Bring the legs together. So whether you want to sit cross-legged, knees bent, legs extended. Bring both hands together behind the back. As you inhale, pushing away, opening up through the heart, lifting up. See if you can reach those hands a little bit further. Lift the chest a little bit higher. And exhale, releasing the hands. Drop the chin towards the chest. Bring both hands together behind the back of the neck as you draw the elbows together and allow the body to sink down. And you feel the opening up through the neck. As you curve the spine, one of the few times in yoga. And releasing the hands, drawing the head up. Now we're going to make our way into shoelace. So, option number one is to sit cross-legged. You may wish to place your block or bolster underneath the hips. So you have a little bit more space in the hip space. Space in the hip space, okay? Or option number 2, okay, if you're in a more open body here, we're going to bring the left foot by the right hip and the right foot by the left hip, okay? You may wish to place a bolster or a cushion in front of you for support. So you want the knees stacked on top of each other here. Now we're going to do a forward fold regardless if you're in the shoelace position or cross-legged position, okay? So on your inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, walk the hands away, drop the head down and close the eyes off. Allow the head to become heavy here as the body starts to gently sink and surrender. Now we're going to be holding it here for quite a few moments. Really allow yourself to surrender with each breath. As you maybe can walk the hands away further, if you can drop the head a little bit deeper. As we gently open up through the IT bands, the hips, Muladhara, root chakra. As you exhale, let yourself move deeper, surrendering to this lovely, uncomfortable position. Now gently keep the eyes closed, walk the hands back as you peel the body up. And we make our way to a rebound position, okay? So this can be whichever position is going to feel good for you right now. This may be lying in a child's pose, maybe it's lying down, maybe it's seated, but keeping the eyes closed off. Whichever position is going to allow you to feel safe, secure, to reflect, to notice any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions which may have risen. And just know that this is absolutely normal. Quite often with hip openers, they are linked very closely to emotions. Now keeping the eyes closed off as you peel the body up, whichever position you were in. And we're going to enter this on the other side now. So if you're sitting cross-legged, cross the legs over in the other direction. If you're coming to find shoelace, you want to bring the right ankle by the left hip. And this time the left leg is over the top, so then the left ankle by the right hip. Knees stacked on top of each other again here. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart. Exhale as you walk the hands away, drop the head down, eyes close off. back to the breath. Maybe walking the hands away a little bit further. Allow the head to drop down deeper. Just allowing the body to surrender. Feeling the connection with the breath. See if the hands will walk away deeper, the body drops further down into the earth. Now keeping the eyes closed off, walk the hands back, peel the body up. Coming to find your rebound position again. Maybe this is a different position from before, or maybe it is the same. The eyes stay closed. The awareness on the breath. As you take a moment here to again really restore, digest, reflect, notice any thoughts, feelings or emotions which may have arisen, and have no expectation or judgment over these. Just being aware and let them go. Opening up the eyes now as you lift up the head, maybe find a smile. And we gently bring ourselves down into a lying supine position. Maybe just move the knees from side to side here. Opening up the hips. Bring the knees into the chest and extend the legs up to the sun. Now, I'm going to give you quite a few different options here. So we've got the option of coming to find waterfall. You may wish to place a block or bolster under the hips to elevate slightly. Lifting the legs up, reach the fingertips up to the sun. Option of coming to find shoulder stand, okay? So for a shoulder stand, you'll bring the hands to the bottom of the hips. As you lift the hips up, the hands come at the bottom, engaging the core as you extend the feet up towards the sun here. Now, very important that you keep your head in line with the toes, okay? So you're not moving the neck at all. Or option of gently bringing the legs behind the head into plow. And again, maybe you find your hands clasped together underneath the back, keeping the legs straight as you open up through the back. So whichever option you wish to be in here, holding for a few breaths. Ever so gently releasing the back down onto the earth. Bring the knees together, wrap the arms around the legs, give yourself a hug. And releasing the hands, dropping the feet down and coming to find Shavasana. So you can of course place the bolster underneath the legs again if you wish. Option of bringing the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to open up, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or option of extending both legs out in front of you. The palms face up to the sun, the eyes close off. Come back to the breath here, the inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, allow the body to surrender. As you gently lie here and find your position. And surrender. Surrender to the posture. The difficult ones reflect life struggles, and the sweet ones are joy. Surrender to the outcome of your actions. They are not in your control. Each day, each practice, just do your best. Surrender to the actions of the universe, the marvel of nature, the things you never saw coming. Surrender to your present difficulties, the pain and the losses, especially the things you tried so hard to control, but couldn't surrender to the definition of yourself, your judgments. Your judgments are just the way of limiting